Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is a Dragonheir video. Guys, I'd like to thank Dragonheir for sponsoring this video. You can download now using my link down below or clicking on the QR code and get involved. Super cool game. Absolutely tons going on in this game. I'm going to talk you through how we start to level up our account. So I'm coming in at season 2 here. We are trying to get myself some power so I can start to go and fight some big bosses. And there's 2 areas of the game that you absolutely need to start to deal with to be able to power up your account. I'm coming in early level, and I did play season 1, so I've got some heroes in the bag. I picked up Dritz during the D&D event. There's another one coming soon, by the way, which is going to be awesome. And I would cover that as we go through the D&D event. I did pick up Donella last season, so I've got 1 legendary in the bag who actually does a decent amount of AoE work. And then I've also got a very cool epic in Voresh, who also does, he's basically like an epic support stroke DPS. He's got a lot going on in terms of his kits. One of the best epics in the game, actually. Super lucky to have got him. But he's got this ult, which basically hits the whole board with Glacial Curse and puts basically buff prohibition. So no buffs can go on the enemy team. So it's a really cool debuff to have. And it hits pretty well. And he heals your team. So loads going on with Voresh. What I'm working on here right now is trying to get some elemental synergy going. So this game's got a really cool kind of like elemental system where you get like duos of elements. So basically we've got here for me, Radiance and Frost is the duo of elements I'm working for. And ultimately, the more of those synergies you get together, the more powerful your units become. And as you upgrade your Psychic Core, the more powerful they become again. So I'm focusing my Psychic Core upgrades in these areas here right now. But you could also go Fire and Necrosis. You could go for Lightning and Poison as well. So it depends what sort of, I guess, champions you pick up in terms of where your power goes. And just to give you a feel what the Psychic Core looks like and how you should use this. Honestly, Season 1, I almost didn't even realize this existed. So make sure that you do kind of get involved in this, but you'll see when it's available to be upgraded. You come down to the elemental affinity and you start to pick your path through the tree where you're going to get the most benefit. So you can see here, I basically have pushed in for extra attack instead of extra defense. Yeah, you know, that's the way I go. And I've gone Ice Radiance as my kind of like 2 things, which boosts this team that I'm building right now. Focusing on a team, and then as you get further into the game, you need to really like spread into multiple teams if you're going to beat a lot of content. As I say, I'm early days in season 2 for me, so I'm just kind of like working on my first squad. So the next thing you need to do is start to beat the goblin lair. And again, yesterday I was working on this, just beating it very early level. So I'll show you goblin lair. You'll unlock it as you start to do some of your questing, and this is where you're going to get some of your general experience potions. Now, you want to be farming somewhere that you can do in a quick time. You get a lot more rewards for doing it quick versus doing it slow. Or you get some more rewards anyway. But you want to keep it at your level. And stamina is quite, I'd say quite scarce, honestly, in this game. So, you know, you want to use your stamina really well. Basically, what you have is you've got the main world where you do all your questing. And then you've got a limited amount of stamina where you go and just kind of like earn stuff like this. So we've got tank frontline. My tank is dueling here. So basically, epic tank that I picked up during the season. He's part of the Radiance group. So he's going to be my front line. I would say like leveling up a tank and a support is pretty valuable. This guy's coming off the pitch. We just got a new chick here in Girthin. Really good epic, actually. She's got a lot of single target damage. I guess this gives me my full 5 elemental affinity going, which gives me more damage. Specifically against goblins, though, you do need a lot of AoE. So my Donella here, Donella does a lot of AoE damage. Voresh does some. Girthin is decent to give me my affinity bonus, but actually my flying dude here, Durem, does a lot more actual AoE damage. So I might just kind of split with the 3 affinity and yeah, utilize him. Let's just gear him out. So I can go into this screen, throw some gear on him very quickly. My gear level is extremely low. It's literally at the bottom right now. But you can see all I'm trying to do is get some crit rate going. We're trying to get some attack going for my damage dealers who are going to be at the back of the group. The AoE damage, AoE damage, AoE damage, high level single target damage with an add or like a summon that he brings in, and then tank is where I got the setup with one person healing. But goblins is all about fast AoE damage, doing it at your level to get yourself some of those experience pots to start to level up. And you will find that when you get to a certain area of missions, doing like the questing, you're going to have to come and just grab some experience so that you can then push on to the next area. If you don't already have champions like I've got here, you can definitely use your champion, the person who is you. And that's actually a really, really good strat because you can turn yourself into any of the elemental affinities that you want. So actually, if I wanted to get my 5 affinity bonus going, I could get rid of this legendary flying dude and put me in, and I could make myself fit the affinity bonus that I want. You can see here, I do this quite comfortably. The waves come in. I've just got the ults on auto for this run. And you're trying to do it in with still 50 seconds to go because that's where you get the most rewards. I think I should do it. I've been doing it the last couple of days. Yeah, easily. So, yeah. So, experience pots is one of the main things. And obviously, building this team up to fight higher levels is my next goal. And I'm going to do that really quick. But the other thing that you need to do, so once I get my guys to level 30, we're obviously then going to need to level them up. So, I've hit a level cap on those guys and basically need to start to level them up. So, the next thing you need to be able to do is collect up. Who am I going to do first? Maybe I'm going to do Danella first, actually. So you're going to upgrade. The next thing you need is a bunch of these crystals. So I've got some because I've got some through my last couple of days. But I'll show you the kind of areas that you need to focus on here. Because you get these kind of like now 2-star leveled up. And we're going to be able to then go quick upgrade. This is so good on this game, by the way. In fact, I can already tell it to do this if I had the resources. It's such a good feature. Dragonheir, brilliant feature. So if I had these crystals here, I could actually say, take me up wherever. Like, depends how much stuff you've got, okay? But obviously I don't have the crystals yet, so I need to go and get them. I could just say, right, bam, upgrade me to level 50. And she's now ready to fight like the next stage of combat. And it says, right, you need to go and find yourself some of these crystals here. Just going to upgrade a couple more quickly. Not that guy. Yes. Him up to 50 as well. Need some more. See, this is the other thing with having a team which is all the same affinity, which is what you want. It means you've got to go and farm the same materials for everyone. So I need to go and get myself some sandstone, and I need to get myself some ice sandstone as well. So we're going to go ahead onto the map and get some of that done. So you will unlock, as you're doing your questing, areas. Flame domain here is going to give me, obviously, fire crystals, and also gives me necrosis crystals. We've got the frost domain, which is going to give me my ice crystals and my radiance. So this is basically where I need to live for a while. So this is the second area where you really start to level up your dudes just with the basic amount of levels. This is not gearing right now. This is just giving them levels. And actually, this goes quite a long way. So I need to clear first stage here. Tells you kind of like a vibe of obviously what you're up against. Level 25 stuff. Just throw my squad in. You'll need to be more selective over your team as you start to get a bit further into the game. But right now, one team should be able to carry through the early level stuff if it's well geared, and not even well geared. If it's got the levels, honestly, if it's got the levels, you've got a decent amount of timing on your ults. You'll be able to get through some of this early stuff. And basically, I'm working to try and get all of my guys up to level 50 as soon as I can, because that will help me. Look at this boss, by the way. Look at this. Unravels. This will help me now start to go back into my questing and start to sort of punch on with some of my levels. So, and that's where I've been stuck just for the last 24 hours. I've just had to like hard farm some areas to then push my questing even further. Obviously, you beat the first one. We then go to the next stage and just make sure that we're going to be able to do it. Now, there's a bunch of level 50s in here, and I've only got 2. I'll just show you it. Chances of me doing this is basically 0 at this point, I think, without the tank at least hitting level 50 as well. Maybe if the tank was, yeah, I probably need maybe at least 2 more 50s. So I probably need to farm the next level back for a decent amount of time. You can try and, like, if it's close, you can try and turn the tide using your own ultimate skill. So I could hit this and just going to give me this mini shield, a bit of damage to the enemy. I don't think it's enough, by the way. I'm just kind of showing you a couple of, like, mini strats, but with just one tank in. Oh, I'm not ulting. Oh, my Lord. I was wondering, like, why is he not healing up some? I do have a healer out there. So maybe we'll get to the boss at least. But I think my tank will go down too quick, which is why I do like to get a tank up to 50 as soon as possible. But I guess I do have 2 of my damage dealers at 50 already, so maybe we get the damage away. Be nice if we do, actually. Being able to beat this would be a big boost in terms of my resources. This is where, though, so we've got to break the shield. And I've only really got, well, I suppose 2 of my damage dealers are in there. They can do it. If we didn't break that shield, we'd be in a world of pain. The visuals and the sound in this game are actually super cool. Very, very cool. We're about halfway through the health bar, but you can see I pretty much break that shield again. We got it done. Pretty much, I'm just on the cusp. I need, like, maybe 1 more level 50 here. So, I don't know. We're going to get some damage away. About a third of the health bar left. Oh, my God. We're so close. Everyone's dropping, though. It's just Danelia. Danelia. Oh, man. Yeah. So, as I thought, it turns out my ad is the one that's last one standing, but we're not quite there. But this is basically where I'm going to be living with my stamina for the next 24 hours or so, get myself up to those next level 50s, and then I'll be able to start to progress more with the missions and honestly start to work on my clan boss team as well. So tons going on. Really cool game. As I say, if you'd like to get involved, download now. Awesome for Dragonheir to sponsor this video. There will be a link down below in the pinned comment, and you can also use the QR code above. But yeah, get involved. I've been Hell Hades. I'll see you soon.